Welcome back to Craft Roulette. So good to have you guys come and join us. How are those stretchy pants tonight, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, you especially, my friends in the United States. My stretchy pants aren't quite as stretchy as they have been even as of yesterday. Woo! What a day! What a day! We had Thanksgiving and it was wonderful. Chatterbox, so good to see you. Mr. Producer's here. Michelle's here. I'm here, and I'm Mary Gunn, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette, ready to get some fresh new parameters and make some fresh new cards and maybe even meet a few new friends to join us, because this is a challenge and we like to bring you right along, throw you in the deep end, said go make some cards. You've got a bunch of stuff. You may be waiting for some new stuff. But join us with what you have right now. Yes, yes, yes. That's what we do here on Craft Roulette. As a matter of fact, we are the original ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are live almost every week on Friday in the United States. And when we're here, we want you here to join us because you make it so much more fun. As a matter of fact, Michelle and I were just talking about vetoes and such, and she said, well, you know, the Chatterbox is so good at making suggestions. I'm going to be okay. I just love them. They're so nice and so helpful. And I use your suggestions almost every week. It's wonderful. If you were watching those cards from last week, we had 372 beautiful cards sent in using the same 4 parameters, but not any 2 cards are the same. You all have such a unique way of expressing yourself, and it is a joy every week to see what you come up with. So glad to have you join us. Thank you very, very much. We will be giving a parade later in the show of some of our achievers for the week, including we get to welcome 3 first-timers. We've got some Club 52 people to welcome, and I got to tell you, we don't have any mug clubbers this week, but I got Hallmark Plus for the season, and I watched one of those little Hallmark Christmas shows last night, and they had a mug club on it. They for real did. It was a craft beer. You may find it. I don't remember the name of it. They're all silly. But it was a craft beer thing where the big corporation comes in, but he didn't really try to steal it. It was the bad boyfriend that tried to steal the recipe. But they had mug club, and I thought of you guys. Mug clubs are everywhere. So that was a real fun thing, but we don't have any new mug clubbers this week. We do have 3 process videos in the gallery as well for those intrepid process video makers. You will want to keep an eye on those process video makers because we do have something wonderful to announce next month concerning those wonderful Craft Roulette process video makers. I'm not telling you another word. But let's pull back the curtain and find out if Mr. Producer's here. Of course he's here. If we didn't have him here, we wouldn't have a show. So I'm glad he's here. There he is.
A lot of stuff was broken today.
That's exactly right.
Had to restart the internet, had to restart the computer.
See? My point exactly.
Microphones didn't work. It happens sometimes.
It does, but thankfully he knows what to do. And I just sit back and relax and stay out of his way. That's my job. Stay out of his way and don't give him any kind of tips because they're always wrong. Anyway, that is that. We do appreciate him being here, and you guys give him the nicest feedback. It's so cute, and I always say he could have any woman 60 and above. He's got girlfriends all over the world, but they're all a little old for him. So it's okay though. It's all right to have nice people in your court, and that when this world gets spinning crazy. So we have some spin sponsors this month. This will be the last week for them to be giving away goodies. Who are they, Mr. Producer? Did I forget something? Oh, I did. I forgot to say share and subscribe. We have Sweet November stamps. They are giving away a $30 gift certificate. Thank you so much, Amy Young, for joining us. A Colorful Life is giving away a gift certificate each week. This month, this will be their last week to give away goodies, and they have beautiful stencils. And Scrappy Tales is joining us again this year. So they are giving away a $25 gift certificate as well. If you want to be in on some of our giveaways, you do have to participate in the challenge. And so all of the people, the 372 people that joined us last week will be eligible for some of those giveaways. And we always end up sending in a Krog or giving away a Krog, a Craft Roulette original giveaway, and a goodie bag as well. If you join us this week, those sponsors will not be here for next week's giveaways, but we are going to, because I know that people have been very busy in the industry this year, we're giving our friends a break in December, and we are just giving away gift certificates to the Craft Roulette shop next month. So that'll be fun for you to play along. Maybe you'll get your own little creative companion, your own little stamp sets. We just don't know what you'll pick out, but we will be doing, if you play this weekend, that's what you're going to get next week. Plus our goodie bags and our Crocs. I think it'll still be fun. I do. We've got nice products after all. I think we're fun. All right. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we are not supported by any of those fine companies. We are supported by our members, and we love our members so much. As a matter of fact, don't want to forget that Gold tomorrow has our crop, our monthly crop, from noon Central Time till 2, and we will be having a meeting there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, for our Gold members, because that's our parameter committee. We will be discussing our December parameters because we are going all Christmas, all December in our parameters for, we've never done this before. I hope it isn't a complete bust, but we're going to do that, and we're going to be making sure that you guys can check on me and make sure that my parameters make sense, things like that. Any additional things, take away things, all that kind of deal. But that's our parameter committee on our Gold crop. We do want to welcome this week a new member. Welcome, Christy Danielson. We're so glad that you came and joined us as a member of our support team. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those fine folks. And so thank you so very much. And thank you all those still who are moving over from Patreon to our own private membership site. Every week you guys are still coming through, and we appreciate you a whole bunch. Not to take that opportunity to bow out, but to keep supporting us so that we can be on. That's very, very nice. I went with Michelle Blue for Mr. Mike's colors tonight. I hope she appreciates it. She does love a blue color. So I thought, well, this is very, very blue. So from the House of Detizia, we appreciate Arlene sending in all the little togs that she has made for Mr. Mike. We also have togs that you can buy for Craft Roulette as well. And then our shop. And there's all the information and our official collabs. Hope you have been enjoying shopping from some of our spin sponsors today.
Doesn't Trinity have a sale?
Trinity has a sale where you can even get my favorite, the Craft Roulette Creative Companion, for 25% off. So that's a heck of a deal. So you can keep track of all your little Craft Roulette projects. And your guys have been racking those up over the years too. Oh my gosh, so many projects. It's so wonderful to go back and see what I've done. I hope you're having a good time with yours too. From Melbourne, Australia, here's our friend Michelle Lupton. Come on in, girl. There she is.
Hello. I apologize for my voice. I've been sick.
She has been under the weather, and then last week you wrote to me and said it's a good thing that it's not this week because you had no voice. But you sound fine. You sound a little low, but
yeah,
you're not doing
this time last week I sounded a little bit like a 14-year-old boy. The voice going up and down, up and down. Up.
A little froggy. Yeah, well,
good.
you're good. We're good. We're just glad you're here. You've probably got a little run down because you have been involved in a very big project. For those who do not know you, we'd like to meet you and then tell us about your very big project.
Hello, everybody from Melbourne, Australia. So I can see a few of the Aussies in the chatter box today. Hello.
Yay.
About me.
Yeah.
I like making cards. I like making cupcakes. Um, I like eating cards. Eating cards. I like eating cupcakes. I like sending cards.
I was going to say, is this a new genre
No,
that
no, no.
you
I
eat
like
your
eating
cards?
cupcakes.
Edible cards by Michelle
See, my
Lupton.
brain's not working just yet.
I
I'm
like
still
it.
very,
Could be a
very
great.
tired.
Could
Antibiotics
be a
makes you
great
very
show.
tired.
They do.
Anyway,
Well, thanks for being
yeah,
here.
my big project that I've been doing. If you saw me on Craft Roulette for World Card Making Day, you would have heard about this. I do a series called Case Me Christmas Card, where I invite guests to join me, and I choose one of their cards from the year and make a case of it. So copy and share everything, or copy and selectively edit, depending on which version you like. And they do the same with me. So, and we both post our new case cards on at the same time on the same day. And I've been doing this since the 1st of October, and I'll be going right until the 24th of December. And I can see today's guest in the chatterbox. Hello, Michelle. I can't everyone.
Nice. How nice.
Is here to say hello. Her card
Yay.
today is awesome. You need to go and check out her Instagram account today. It's a really awesome card. And she cased a card that I made for Craft Roulette. It's an entry in Craft Roulette, so it's bonus for today. Too. So there she is. I card everyone 01. Hi, Michelle.
It's nice to have you, Michelle. Thank you for joining and cheering our Michelle on. Yes.
And I can see a few other of my guests in the chat as well. I saw Kelly was here earlier on. I can see Melissa's there, and I think Donna's here, and Essie might be here. So, yeah, a lot of friends. And, of course, Mary's here. Mary was my guest a little while ago as well.
That's right. I have my card here. I do. There it is.
Oh, there you go. Awesome.
Yeah. And I cased I actually cased a mashup of 2 cards that you had sent in for Craft Roulette. And then it ended up, I really thought I was casing another one more, but I ended up telling you that I cased this other one. Well, I did, but I mashed them up. So anyway, it worked out. I did go to
who did that. There's a few people who did that. Lydia didn't case any of my cards. She cased heaps of them. She just said Michelle really likes blue and green and like ombres between them. So she just like picked a whole lot of cards that fit that sort of scheme, and yeah, did that.
Yeah, it's a very, very fun project, and I know it's got to be exhausting, but it is a very fun project. It is a bit tiring,
and Mary and Mr. Producer and I have just been brainstorming how I could make it a little bit easier for myself next year. So I've got the wheels are turning. So thank you, Mary and Mr. Producer, for all your brilliant ideas.
Yeah, we love to make people do things, but we love to make people do things that are body friendly. So yeah, indeed. Well, I know you're feeling a little rough, so I don't want to be spending too much time here. Last time you were on, it was World Card Making Day, and you kind of got used to that. Did you have any questions about Craft Roulette or anything?
Well, I've always wanted to know what's the meaning of life, universe, and everything. But a more important question is, what is Craft Roulette?
It is 42. The meaning of life.
Thank you.
Here we go. It is the meaning of life, and that is it. Chatterbox, so glad to have you here. I'm looking forward to seeing what we come up with in just a few minutes. Mr. Producer, thanks for getting the show on the road. And Michelle, thank you for battling through the adversities to join us tonight. You're the best. Let's find out what is Craft Roulette.
Did somebody ask what Craft Roulette is?
In a nutshell, Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel, and everyone is invited to play along. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. The wheel has 24 spots to land on, but the spot it lands on might not always be a parameter. It could be a special, like guest's choice, a vetoed parameter, or other fun surprises. When you add the infinite creativity of our community and try and calculate the possible options, square the fun, carry the glitter, divide by the imagination, you end up with a near limitless amount of possible projects. Whoa. We invite a special guest on each week to share their unique spin on our challenge. If you'd like to participate, you don't have to create live with us. You can sit back and enjoy the show. Once the episode airs, you have around 50 hours to finish your own project using the same 4 parameters from this episode and submit, so don't delay too long. After your project is ready, take a photo and head over to our website. Use the Submit Contribution form to officially contribute. The form is open to the public and no membership is required. Everyone who contributes will be featured on our website, included in the next episode slideshow, and automatically entered into the next giveaway. When you visit www.craftroulette.live, you'll find all of our past episodes along with their contribution gallery, the current wheel parameters, info on how to participate, a calendar of upcoming guests, links to our spin sponsors, contact and prize claim forms, our shop, and a huge membership platform. But more on that later. And that's Craft Roulette. If you like what we do, please subscribe, like the video, and share it with your crafty friends who might enjoy it too. Everyone is invited to join in the fun. We like to celebrate around here, so before we spin for this week's set of parameters, we're going to look back at last week one last time and highlight some of our community's achievements. And now, back to the show.
Cue the glitter. That's the confetti. That's what we like to do. That was a great week last week. We had Crafty Al on. She's always a lot of fun. And she's got her big kickoff. She had her big kickoff this morning for her Advent series. It was fun. She's got a big job ahead of her too. So don't forget about Crafty Al. We had 372 contributions. That means we're up to 46,674 total contributions over the almost 5 years that we've been here. You guys have really branched out all over the world, and it's always fun to see where you are from. There was my card, and you may notice I took it apart and redid it a little bit. I didn't like what I had, but I mostly had the same thing as this, but I did have some tissue paper that just was not right. It was bad. I had to take it apart. I took it apart right after the show when Crafty Al was still here. So, but that was my updated one. And we had gatefold card, produce aisle for colors, fence for an element, and crumpled paper. I made it snow, and I think that was a fun way to do it. Let's see what Crafty Al came up with. She came up with her 26th submission and a beautiful, beautiful card. And you can see her fence underneath. She was a little concerned about her background, but hold my root beer. It's beautiful. Crafty Al, you always take those cards and make them something special. Thank you for joining us again. I think it was her 11th time. We're going to welcome Miss... Where'd my mouth go? We're going to welcome Miss Michelle back for our Parade of Achievements. This is the time we say, yay for you guys for joining us as major milestone achievers, like 25, 50, 75 times, and welcome some first timers. Say well done to Club 52 people, and take our hats off if we had a hat on for our leading ladies as well. So Michelle, this is on a timer. I'm going to say their name and location, first name and location. Sometimes I say a little bit more, but I'll try to leave a little space for you to say something about the card if you'd like. That would be fun. Mm-hmm. And are we ready? Oh, I'm going to take a quick drink. Isn't that a pretty butterfly? Yeah, it is.
It's a gorgeous one. I've got that stamp. I love it.
Mm-hmm. It's by our spin sponsor, Scrappy Tales.
Scrappy Tales, yes.
Well, let's get this show going here. So, welcome to our first timers, you brave, intrepid people.
Welcome.
Aisha from Nigeria. I just met somebody last week from Nigeria. It was fun. I thought of you guys. Sharon from Florida.
Lovely Christmas trees.
Good case that. Rebecca from California.
That's so cute.
Look at the eyes on the vegetables. Yeah. Very cute. Well done. Welcome so much. We're so glad to have you. It's very special. Our major milestone achievers this week, Susan from Florida.
So pretty.
Team Orange. Yeah, bring it. Bree, Missouri, 25.
That'd make a good Valentine's card.
That's what I was thinking. Pam, Virginia, 50. That's pretty.
Beautiful.
Suzanne from Pennsylvania, 50.
Oh, clever, putting it on the fence post.
Terry, 75 cards, her crumpled Santa Claus and reindeer there. So cute. And here's a whole different look. Ginger, New Mexico.
Oh, I'm a sucker for poinsettias. They're gorgeous.
So pretty. Janet, Virginia, 75. Oh, sleeping
So
fox.
cute.
Yasmina, Oklahoma, 75.
Lovely.
Looks like a present.
Love the bow. Mm.
Teresa, Texas, 125 cards. Alicia, 150. So many.
So good.
Grandma Gay, congratulations, 175 cards. Very pretty.
So elegant.
It is. Grandma Gay. Our leading ladies this week get to congratulate Smurf Murphy with 203 cards. Here's another butterfly.
Oh.
Jackie Jackpot Muller, a fellow Aussie.
Yeah, oi, oi, oi.
Kathy Herring from Wisconsin, 207.
Oh, those zebras.
That's really cute. 5K now, 6K Lamone, 210 cards. She's doing videos now, too.
Amazing.
Card Monkey Jarvis, 220 cards. Beautiful.
Love that with all the paper.
Patty Beck, our leading lady, has 238 cards sent in. She's not missed a week. Neither has Ellen. Neither has a bunch of them.
So impressive.
Welcome to Club 52. Akela S., the Paper Tinker from Maine.
Awesome.
Jimmy Robbins, Tennessee, 52.
I took the produce all.
Very
Seriously.
literally. Kathleen Maloney, Wisconsin, Club 52 welcomes you.
Is that a hammerhead shark? Cool.
I think so. That's bringing out some of the nerd in you.
Oh, yeah. Biology teacher. Hello.
Well done, everybody. Thank you so much for all those cards that you represent in the Parade of Achievements. It's wonderful. Club 52, however, of course, is still not giving away anything special. No stickers, no special parking, no nothing, but we sure appreciate you sending in a year's worth of cards. It's wonderful. I love it. And I looked you up, and this will be your 74th submission. That's so many.
Oh, I don't know. I see people up the top over 200. That's just impressive.
It is.
So impressive.
It really is. I think so too. This will be my 243rd, which is just nuts. But week after week, as Patty Beck says, week after week, week after week. So we'll see if we get some new ones this week. This will be the first card of their journey. And maybe and we'll have some new major milestones to celebrate next week. It's fun. I think it's special.
It is. It's very special.
So you'll be on that board in 2 submissions.
I'm looking forward to getting to 100.
That's right, because you get a special stamp set.
Yay!
Yeah, my little robot will be coming your way as soon as you get to there. Yep, Allie's on her way to the 100 card stretch. It's fun to have little milestones because it does keep you kind of on track and kind of looking forward to things. So that does it for last week. Congratulations, everybody. It's time. Do you get nervous?
So now I've got the butterflies in the tummy.
Well, you were hoping for butterflies, so now you've got them.
Yeah.
Why don't we bring on... I know, I'll be here all week. Why don't we bring on the parameters, Mr. Producer? Anita's one ahead of you. It's fun. It's kind of fun to see, like when you see somebody that all hit Club 52, they go, yeah, I started with so-and-so. And they kind of all came in at the same time. So those are the parameters for this week. Next week, they should be all Christmassy. We'll see how that all works out. We will be spinning for Project Colors, Element, and Random. But first, we let our members vote a veto item off of each one of those columns. And let's see what they vetoed this week for project. Was it matchbook card, 3x3 A9, or card for a teenager? No teenagers this week. They're off the board. That means if we do land on number 21, card for a teenager, we will spin again. And the wheel cannot make us make a card for a teenager. However, if you want to make a card for a teenager, you still can. So, good for you. We'll see how that all plays out. For colors, what did the members vote off? Beach colors, pretty paper, hot, or duck pond? Hot is off. Is it hot down there?
Yesterday it was about 31 degrees, which I think is about 90 something.
Yeah, that's pretty warm.
Ish.
Yeah.
Today it's rainy, so it just means it's humid.
Oh, I bet.
Like yesterday, followed by rain, humidity.
We're supposed to get snow tomorrow.
I much prefer snow than
It'll
hot.
put me in the mood, that's for sure, to make some snowmen and all snowflakes and everything. So yeah, it's so weird that you are summer right now, or spring still.
Well, it's not even. It's late spring. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
pretty.
But
hot.
we've already had hot weather.
Oh, brother. Well, for element, will we get something cool and make you feel like you're in the breezy north? Photo, Lucy, Friday, or in the woods? Lucy's off. I told you earlier that Lucy was off, and you kind of gave a shout of joy.
Well, the thing is, because I'm a science nerd, when I see the parameter Lucy, I think of Australopithecus afarensis, the fossil that was discovered in 1973 in
everyone?
Africa. And I was like, how am I going to put Lucy on a card? I don't have any stamps of a fossil of Australopithecus. No.
Oh, man. You bring up a fair point.
I mean, I know that most people would see Lucy and they go, okay, I will put red hair on somebody.
Exactly.
And done. But that's not where my mind went.
That is funny. I really did not see that one coming.
I do think you just opened up an entire new avenue of exploring that parameter, though.
Yes, you
when
did.
we do get it.
Possibly.
What would you do for fossil? Isn't there a ranger car color that's fossil?
It's fossilized amber.
Yeah, so you could use that.
Yeah, I suppose you could just use that. Yeah.
Or a dinosaur
I've got dinosaur
early-
stamps, but dinosaurs weren't around at the same time as Lucy. So
Oh, darn. It
No.
could be Lucy dreaming about dinosaurs and just put it all in a
Maybe.
big speech bubble above some hair. All right. So for random, what did the members vote off? Stencil, metallic or foil, wood, or plus sign? Plus sign is off for the week. That's okay. If you want to put a plus sign on, you still can. So
yeah, I would
that'll
have been
work
really
out
upset
fine.
if you'd voted off stencil.
Because that's one of
rude.
your, that's what you like. So what did you want to veto something? We always like to offer that to our guests.
There are a couple of elements that are staring at me going, what? Oh, I don't know. But every time I've been on so far, I have not vetoed anything. So I'm going to stick with that.
You're going to stick with it? Okay, you're a brave woman. You are a brave scientist.
Well, I figured that maybe Mr. Wheel will be kind to me.
She's been sick. Mr. Wheel, be nice.
Be nice to me.
Well, if we do end up on guest choice, and you're hoping for all 4 guest choice,
Yep.
What would you choose? Or
Well-
project?
It's number 16, A2.
I guessed
Because-
earlier, and I almost got it all right.
Yeah, you did. You
Yeah.
did. There was only one that you got wrong, and I mean, it made sense. Yeah. So
and it
my
was
second
color. I
choice
got
would-
your colors wrong.
Yes, you got my colours wrong because Mary guessed that I would go with something that would be Michelle Blue
Mm-hmm.
in it, which might, like Starry Night, for example, might be good
Right.
for Michelle Blue.
Or
But no,
beach colours.
I would go for Unicorn Farm so I could make a rainbow because I'm Team Rainbow.
I got that one wrong, but I can see that how that works.
Element, I would go. What number did I write down? 14 floral.
Floral. Yep.
I'm
I
not
knew that one.
predictable in the slightest. And then number 9 stencil.
Yep.
Random.
I got that one too. But that would be beautiful. And you're a little under the weather, so at least maybe we'll get a couple. That'd be
Maybe.
nice. You know,
That would be nice. Please, Mr. Wheel, be nice to me.
Well, let's give him a warm up so we get off that number 1. Sire thinks these would be great parameters. And for project, will we get an A2?
Please.
Are you used an American A2? Oh, we just kind of did this one last week. Card with a belly band, but we'll talk about this. It doesn't necessarily mean the physical belly band. We'll figure this one out. Colors, will we get Unicorn Farm? We got really close. We got Cottage. Maybe there'd be a rainbow above your cottage. For Element, will we get Floral or something we can make something pretty? Number 7, not really. Coats, we'll talk about these. Oh, that little face. And for Random, Mr. Wheel, come on, stencil, baby. Number 13, Upcycled. So something we not moving. At one point, you looked all over your house for a paperclip.
Oh, no, I've got a pile of them here. I'm all ready.
You're all ready.
I've got a whole...
Well, maybe you could upcycle a paperclip. Okay, we're going to talk about each one of these, but first I'm going to give you my speech. Because this is a challenge. We want you to play along. I mean, we're just unabashedly going, we want you to play along. We love seeing you send in your cards and see what your artistic interpretation is. This will be your art project. We're not going to tell you what to use. We're not going to tell you what products you need to use or how to use them. We're not going to do a tutorial because that's just not who we are. We want to see what you come up with. Your interpretation, it's going to be a card with a belly band. Can be either classic and simple, very predictable, like you would just go, oh, I know exactly what that is. Or it can be very artistically interactive, complicated, all those kind of things. Unique and interesting approaches. We just don't know what you're going to come up with. It's all of these things. We're going to figure this one out. I'm looking at him going, well, didn't we get a nice little kettle of fish for tonight? All of the parameters do need to be included. They can be very literal. Like you can say, HEY Google, what are some cottage colors? Maybe HEY Google will give you cottage cheese. You just never know. But you could use, or maybe it will give you real homey kind of cottage colors with the little babbling brook and all those different things that you can use. Dirts and browns and greens and all those beautiful colors that cottages have with some little roses. It'll be beautiful. So you can use those colors. What else? What am I looking at? It can be very highly interpreted too, like coats. I'm thinking you could have a coat on Santa Claus, or you could have a coat of fur. You could have a coat of paint. You can have all sorts of different ways to use coats and all of the parameters. We do accept cards from all levels of card makers, or maybe fine artists, whichever you happen to be, mixed media, whatever your thing is. We're glad to have you. And ages. We don't have any kind of moratorium on you have to be this old or you can't be past a certain age. We welcome you all to join us. The focal point can be those parameters, or you can fit them in very sneakily. We're game for all sorts of things like that. You can quietly include them, or just blare them out big and loud so that we can see what you did decide on your parameters. It does need to be handcrafted. And say it with me, it needs to be family friendly, so I don't blush when I see it in the gallery. I do appreciate that. That's basically, if you can show it to a preschooler, we're good with it here. And 1 card per person. So, all right. Here, coat of many colors. Dolly. There we go. We're off to the races. Since you had a little time to think, and you've been making lots of Christmas cards, couldn't you make a Christmas card out of these things?
Absolutely. I saw Vicky Ruder win the Upcycled, came up, you could use some Christmas wrapping paper, upcycle that
smart.
and put it on a card. So I'm going to do that because we keep our Christmas paper downstairs underneath the stairs, and most of the living area is upstairs. And I have been on crutches since July, and so the stairs I haven't been doing very much, but I went downstairs yesterday and brought up some wrapping paper. So it's meant to be.
Hell,
meant to be.
Mr. Wheel did know. Well, that works really sweet.
And somebody else mentioned, of course, Santa wears a coat and has a belly band on. So I'm done.
I know.
I'm done.
know.
And cottages have red doors, so I'm using red.
They sure do. But even cottage colors could be very bright or they could be muted. They don't have to be any one thing. And so you can take them in different, you could do dark as well, because maybe that cottage is at dusk. So it could be the colors that are very muted and wonderful like that. Card with a belly band. The belly band can be the physical thing that goes around the center of the card or whatever. Or it could be somebody with stretchy pants. So we could have that as well. Coats, like I said, I think when I put that on, I was thinking coats of paint or coats on furry critters. But now that we're in Christmas mode, we could do coats of Santa.
Okay, so I was just thinking, and I was wondering the easy way out of coats. Like if you were to just put ink on a flower, I think you would have to coat a sheet of paper with ink.
Oh, I see.
For it to be a coat before, because if you're talking like a coat of paint, that means you painted the whole thing. In my mind, I could be wrong. Instead of just a select portion.
So you could use ink. You could coat.
You could coat an entire piece of paper with ink, and
then
it would
cut
totally
it
work.
out.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, use die cuts or whatever.
You could do like a watercolor wash on your background, and it'd be a coat of watercolor.
Could you use a stencil and have a coat of ink in a stencil?
I don't.
If it's a layering stencil, you use different layers.
Yeah,
so they're coating.
I think coating something would be the entirety of the thing. I think.
And then cutting it out.
You don't have to cut it out. It could be a background.
But you could also have a little critter. It wouldn't even have to be a big critter.
I was just thinking of like if the easy way out were to just put ink on something, that would be a very easy way out.
Yeah.
I think it does require at least covering something.
Fingernails get a coat of lacquer. That's a good idea. That's a good way to put it. You could also put fingernail polish on something.
Coat a stencil with paste.
Or a wax finish on it. That might work too. Cottage colors, like you said, there's red doors, there's green bushes, there's blue sky.
Well, a cottage garden has like flowers in every color of the rainbow. So
like your shirt.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that color scheme is limiting in the slightest. You could use any colors, really.
It's what your little well-kissed noggin sees. Yeah, exactly. So I think we'll have fun with it. I think we'll get some Santa Clauses. We can get some.
Yeah, well, I've got a Santa Claus all ready to go.
You are so ready. And then the upcycled thing, maybe you use something from an old envelope. Or something in your rubbish.
Yeah, I'm gonna upcycle some wrapping paper.
Or you could use something that for a technique like a bubble wrap and give that a coat of ink and then use that as a technique. Yeah.
Or you could. I mean, I'm fairly sure that a lot of crafters here have a UFO pile. You could upcycle something from a UFO pile.
That's so true. Unfinished objects. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So this will be kind of fun.
I have that's my UFO pile.
Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty healthy. That's a healthy
I'll be able to find something
UFO
in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to be kind of fun. Are you ready?
I think I am.
That's good to hear. Somebody said icing on a cake is a coat. Oh, it's Ellen. M&Ms have a candy coating. That's
I do
That's
too.
very fun. That's very fun. Lunar paste?
Somebody in the
Coating
chat
something
said,
with
Yeah.
somebody in the
make a little
chat said
gift bag.
earlier, did Michelle change her hairstyle from last time? It's because I need a haircut. I was due for a haircut last week and I had to cancel because I was sick. So this is just grown out hair.
And I think it looks good, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. You're probably the one that knows how it's supposed to look, and so it doesn't look right. But yeah, I think it looks good. Well, okay. I think we are ready to go get our things. And we will be back after these words. What? Oh, by the way, I had the best time with JD yesterday. He's my grandson that okays you for eating some chocolate, which I might eat some too. And he was so cute. Thanksgiving with JD was just so much fun. He had a little bit of mashed potatoes. Didn't love them, but he did have sweet potatoes and apple puree, and JD just loves to eat. So there you go. Everybody get their chocolate. Let's get this show on the road. We got to have chocolate power to do this card. All right, here we go. I've said it 105 times. Very good. We'll be right back after this word. Hey, Cool Mary here. You might remember me from my breakthrough role, the In Review infomercial. While normal me and the special guest are gathering their supplies, let me take this opportunity to tell you about our stamp set, our die set. Whoa. Let me, Cool Mary, show you what you can do with them. Tubular. Whoa! Gnarly. Yes, you can order these off our web shop. Every purchase helps support our shows, and in return, you can be like me, Cool Mary. Once upon a time, in a land of glitter and glue, there was Mary, who had lost her crafting mojo. Desperate, she called the one person who could help. Doc! Mary asked for one of Doc's brilliant inventions to save the day. Doc sprang into action, her lab a whirlwind of creativity. With a cry of, "Great Scott!" Doc unveiled her masterpiece, the Craft Roulette Creative Companion. She called Mary, and with a touch of movie magic, handed over the book. Mary was stunned. The book was incredible! Out of nowhere, Biff appeared to cause trouble.
Give me that book, blockhead!
A flurry of stamps sent him packing. Mary quickly explained the wonders of the book, showing its many secrets. The Craft Roulette Creative Companion is a project sketchbook designed to accompany creators along their journey through Craft Roulette's weekly challenge and its many adventures. Use it as a project planner, an idea bank, as a journal, or any combination of the three. Each spread has room to record all the essentials of the Craft Roulette Challenge. There are 100 spreads in each book, plus some extra room to sketch and make notes. The Craft Roulette Creative Companion is a collaboration with Trinity Stamps. To get yours, check out the video description for more information.
Mary, let's get back to the craft.
You know, what's kind of funny is,
Mary, let's get back to the craft.
sounds a lot like my old oil portrait instructor, Harry. Harry used to go. We were just talking about Harry yesterday. And Harry would come up to you in class and he'd go,
You're doing a good job. Don't screw it up.
and so it's so much so that when he retired, I wrote the 12 Days of Christmas, except it was the 12 classes of Harry. And on this, don't listen to me right now because this will be an earworm and you'll never hear this song again. But on day 5, we were all in this room in this restaurant. And on day 5, everybody would sing, "Don't screw it up." So that
Don't screw it up.
So hopefully I won't screw it up tonight. Let's see what I've got here. We've got Project is Card with a Belly Band, Cottage Colors, Coats for Element, and Upcycled for Random. I've got my little episode up here and my guest. I always try to go back the next day. I haven't finished this. I have been up to my ears with secret projects, and I'm not talking Christmas. I have been up to my ears with secret projects lately that I can't tell you about. But they're big. I'm telling you, they're big. And if they come together, there's going to be so much happiness in this world. Craft world, that is. Anyway, so I go back and I watch your comments and see what you were up to and all that kind of good fun stuff and make some notes because you guys have good comments. And so I know that just by writing them down, I will learn them better. And then I come back and fill out stuff about how many cards there were and all that kind of good stuff. I did make a note that last week we had a Tinkerbell moment when poor little Crafty Owl was a little bit discouraged about her project coming together. And so we had the Tinkerbell moment. And then I found an old card in a folder, and it was a bikini card. We had a moment there too. So I like looking back and remembering our evenings together with this. This is on sale at Trinity Stamps. All right. So I am going to use the stamp set that was from Trinity and with their collab with Simon Says this year. And this was the card I made for Michelle's Case Me a Christmas card.
I'm going to bring Michelle back right now.
Oh, all right. Let's do it. And I have this holiday gift guide from Simon Says, and I think I'm going to be able to pull in some of the little images and put it on my card. I also have a little piece of envelope that says, please recycle. I may use that for something. And then I have a Santa Claus that I have always used as my Santa Claus for many, many years. So he's got, he doesn't have a belt on. Well, I'm gonna draw one on him. So that's what we're gonna do. That's my plan. Let's see what I can do with it. Let's see what Michelle's gonna do.
I'm going with the belly band on Santa because my Santa does have a belt on him. And that belt has a belt buckle that I'm going to cut from this piece that I found in my unfinished objects because I made this. I basically started with glitter paper and I added some gold and bronze alloys, like alcohol ink alloys, and I just really didn't like it.
That happens.
And so
sometimes.
it's been sitting in my unfinished object, but if I cut a teeny tiny little bit out of it to make the belt buckle, I'll be happy. I think.
I see.
Because
That
the belt
sounds like
buckle
a
has
good
to be
plan.
like shiny.
Yeah.
Because, of course, Santa has a shiny belt buckle.
I'm trying to think if I ever made him with a black belt buckle. I may have.
Yeah, I usually do either
But
black or like gold mirror cardstock.
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to do it, too. I think these are going to be cute because we don't have to do Christmas, but it's going to, it's that time. We're all kind of thinking that way.
Yeah, and I've already made all my Christmas cards. I don't need any more.
You'll be ready for next year.
Maybe I might make him into a tag.
Oh, that's good.
Because I haven't made my Christmas tags yet. But hold on, it said card with a belly band. No, I have to do a card.
Well, there's that. Well, you could do a tag that has a folded side that actually is a...
True.
And then close it with a belly band.
True.
But I don't know. It does.
The belly band is covered by Santa's.
Yeah. You could double dip
belt.
Double dipping is allowed. Decisions. Okay. So what do we have in here that I could use? I could put some of these things like for gifts underneath the tree. That might work.
It's times like these that I always lose a die. These teeny tiny little dies. I generally leave them attached like this.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them I had to cut out because like some of the dies came attached but inside like Santa's hat, so you have to cut those
teeny ones
off.
are a vexation for me.
Yes,
I'm
a
not
vexation is the exact right word.
It's just
and now I can't get
I have
them back in.
I have an old IKEA stand that I put a magnet in so that if I try to not lose them right by my die cutting machine, but sometimes it just doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, deep breath, but don't cough. Does it make you cough when you take a deep breath?
Yes.
Oh, don't cough. No deep breath. Just struggle through.
No deep breaths. I'm trying very hard to get this out of the die because it's a teeny tiny die and it just won't come out. Let's try this. No, it's all good. There we go. See, little trick to get tiny little die cuts out of dies, use sticky tape.
There you go. That's a good one. That's a good way to get things like those little those little protected covering things and to get those started sometimes too.
Oh, sorry, I knocked my...
Well, I know it's going to be
apologize for knocking the camera. It's always doing that when I have the camera on.
If that's our biggest problem tonight, we're good. You know?
All right, now.
Because there's a lot of people that have been shopping all day. And the internet's like, can take anything that we can give it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm surprised that crafters didn't break the internet today.
For real. Did you go shopping today?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you did. Oh.
I was on Jennifer Maguire's live earlier on, getting some of her discount codes. So.
We were talking about this before we went live, and how much it costs to go to send things to Australia.
Yes.
And it just staggers. I'm so used to. We complain about the minimum shipping of $8 or whatever.
Oh, $8 would be lovely.
Yeah, there you go.
$8 would be awesome.
Right, I know, but it does add. And you were saying that you had some paper in your shopping cart at one point, and it was $6 worth of paper, but it was how much for shipping?
72.
72. So
Yeah, so I
forget
didn't
that
buy
paper.
that paper.
Yeah.
I won't name the company.
No. No. It just they don't. Yeah. I don't know.
It's
I don't know
just
how
so
you make it
variable.
friendly. Yeah.
And the amount of time it takes, like there are some companies that are like expert at shipping to Australia. And I'll name drop a few of them. My Favourite Things, no affiliation with My Favourite Things. I'm not in a design team, but they have amazing shipping to Australia. I do have an affiliation with Hero Arts, but their shipping to Australia is amazing. And who else is really good? Scrapbook.com is really good for shipping. But there are others that they use different shipping providers, and it's a thing.
So they make it work.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a long way. So I get it.
It really is.
I get it.
really
When you're waiting for like 8 weeks for something to arrive, when you order Christmas stamps at the beginning of October and
really
by the end of November you don't have them yet, it's just frustrating.
Yeah. You really have to plan ahead.
Yeah. But that's the thing, a lot of companies don't bring out certain Christmas stamps until like October because they wait until after Halloween.
Well, you might as well wait until the sales after Christmas for next year.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell us about what you do with Hero Arts, because I know a lot of people really respect that company, and you've worked with them for a while.
Yes, I have. So I coordinate their global team. So we have a team of, how many are on the global team? 12 crafters, and we're all over the world. So there's the UK, Spain, Hong Kong, Philippines, Guatemala, Canada. I'm sure I'm forgetting some. Australia, obviously.
Feature that.
Where else? All over the place. And we, we have a post every month where we just on the Hero Arts blog and post what we've been doing during the month using Hero Arts products, and that's cool. I also coordinate the Stay Crafty Challenge because I've been years and years ago. Oops, I've just mucked up his eye. Come on, go in. There we go. Back in 2012, two lovely crafty ladies, Linda Trace and Mary Dawn Quirandongo, started a challenge on the interwebs, and they called it A Blog Named Hero, because they wanted to have a challenge that was basically Hero Arts fangirls, basically.
Yeah.
And fanboys. And they called it A Blog Named Hero because when the company Hero Arts started, they got the name from a book called A Girl Named Hero.
Okay.
And so they decided to call their challenge blog A Blog Named Hero.
Like it.
And I joined A Blog Named Hero. I was the very first entrant in their very first challenge.
Oh.
And about a year later, I joined the design team, and I've been there ever since. And we've had so many different people on the design team of A Blog Named Hero over the years, and lots of guests. And a couple of years ago, we had a big change, and we actually merged the Stay Crafty Challenge, which has been on the Hero Arts blog for a few years now. I think they started in 2020, 2019. I can't remember. Anyway, we merged the Stay Crafty Challenge on the Hero Arts blog with A Blog Named Hero Challenge. So we are now Stay Crafty with A Blog Named Hero.
That's good.
And I coordinate that, and we have challenges every month. And there's a new challenge next week, starting on Friday. Yeah.
So they're
that's what I do
month long.
Yeah. Well, it varies a little bit. It sometimes it's 3 weeks, sometimes it's 4 weeks. But we generally start on a Friday. We usually there's a few changes going on because, as many people would know, Hero Arts and Spellbinders have joined forces.
Right.
Which is a big thing.
It is.
And so, yeah, there's a few changes going on at the moment in terms of like the timing of releases. The releases always used to be the first Monday of the month, and now I believe they're going to be the first of the month. And the challenge was always the Friday after the first Monday of the month.
So they just have to get that in sync. Yeah.
Not entirely sure what's going to go on. But anyway, that's great fun. And we have lots of entrants every month. And yeah, I mean, and you can use any products you like as long as there's something on your card with Hero Arts. We like seeing like mixtures of companies. We're an equal opportunity challenge. As long as there's something from Hero Arts, we're happy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's very some challenges aren't quite that open, so that's
Spell Arts or Hero Binders. No, there is still Spellbinders and there is still Hero Arts.
Yeah, it was a little bit confusing, wasn't it?
They've joined forces. That's all. So the major difference that people will notice: you can still buy Hero Arts stuff, you can still buy Spellbinders stuff. There's still the Spellbinders website. There's still the Hero Arts website. But when you order something from Hero Arts on the Hero Arts website, it will ship from Arizona instead of from California.
Oh,
because it's shipping from the Spellbinders warehouse.
Yeah. So it's not terrible.
It's
the
awesome.
Average consumer won't really be affected.
The average consumer won't notice, quite honestly. Okay, let me try to. This kind of
overthink it.
Putting dies together. It's not really my wheelhouse.
I hear you.
So I'm having to think really hard about putting this dude together.
We are putting you through
and at this point, he really doesn't look like Santa. He looks like an elf wearing pajamas.
Well, what is Santa but an elf wearing pajamas?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just make sure I don't do anything in the wrong order because I don't want to muck him up.
So do you have any Christmas movie kind of favorites or traditions?
Christmas movies? Not really. I know lots of people love their Christmas movies, like people love The Grinch and people love Elf and people love Die Hard and all sorts of stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not a huge... I mean, I don't mind Christmas movies. I'm very much not into those Hallmark movies. I'm sorry for those people who are big fans of them, but nah, not my jam.
Uh-oh.
We're watching one tomorrow night because it's got the Chiefs in it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, the Chiefs are in it, so we got to watch it. That's why I got it for this month.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah. So that's our local football team.
Right. No, I don't have anything against them. I just don't know. Not my jam.
It's fine. We don't all have to like the same things at all. And they are just almost something else. I'm telling you. Oh, there's that word that. No, I don't know. I lost a snowflake. And I think that might be it. Yeah, I can't even keep track of my...
performative use. That's funny. See, I don't know. I see all these cards that people make with, those flower dies from like Concord and Ninth where the whole card is just paper pieced flowers, all these, and those beautiful layered flowers from Altenew with the little keyhole things, all those. I love them. Yep. I can't do them. It's just not my thing, but I love when I see people making stuff with them because they're so beautiful. But I don't know, I'm doing things like this. I'm all thumbs. If you hand me some embossing powder and watercolour, I'll go for my life. An inky technique, I'm all good. But doing this, I just am unco. I feel like I'm all thumbs.
Do you use tweezers? Does that help? It looks like you're doing really
sometimes.
well.
Yeah, sometimes. And I have my little pokey tool with the wax thing on the end, which I find quite helpful. But I don't know. I'm just unco.
Do you remember when you were little and you're in the southern hemisphere? Yep. So your winter is your Christmas is in summer.
Yes, stinking hot.
Do you remember when you were little just being confused? Why is Santa always no? You just understood it.
Yeah, I think I always got it. I mean, and lots of people in Australia, especially like card makers in Australia, they will make a card with Santa on the beach or Santa wearing shorts or Santa surfing. And I don't get that. I just, I mean, I've even done it myself because there's been challenges along the way where I'm like, okay, I have to do a Santa on a beach or something. So I have actually made cards like that myself, but it's just, I find it difficult.
I actually looked at I have one of those and I thought maybe I should do that. I'm glad I didn't now.
But I love all the wintry, like, I don't know. I'm from Celtic stock, so the very ancient kind of Christmas things like the Yule log and the holly and the ivy and all of that kind of stuff is what grabs me for Christmas. So you'll see I don't know, I don't often put Santa on cards. This is a departure for me. Don't know, I've just put glue everywhere.
You do a lot of flowers.
I do, and I love the poinsettias and the holly for Christmas. All the the ancient Yule sort of traditions.
Aye.
I like so, and I don't know why, because I've never been to the Northern Hemisphere at Christmas time.
It's a strong draw, that Celtic thing.
Yeah, it's just something
thing
in your blood that just
it's very deep.
Yeah.
We have a viewer and contributor from the Shetland Islands, way north.
Lovely. Yeah.
And, she does a beautiful job. I sent her something recently, and I felt like, oh, I'm sending it to the homeland.
Yeah.
It was nice.
I love it. There's a little bit of trivia for you.
Okay.
All this when you see all this iconography and pictures and everything, especially of London in Christmas time, and it's all about the snow everywhere. It's all about like snowy streets and everybody rugged up for winter and everything. And it actually is very rare in London specifically for it to snow at Christmas time. The snowy weather usually comes later in January. And sometimes it doesn't even snow at all at winter in London because it's a little bit too far south. But it comes from books that were written around about the time of A Christmas Carol, so Charles Dickens, because in the middle of the mid to late 1800s, there was actually a time where there was what they call in meteorology. God, I'm such a nerd. Why don't you stop me?
It's better than going to college. I love it.
There was a minimum, meaning there was like a period of time of like a decade or so where the temperatures were lower than average, and all these like Christmassy books, like A Christmas Carol, were written around about that time. So everybody associates Christmas with snow, even though in most years there isn't any snow in London at Christmas time.
Well, how about that?
So we can all blame Charles Dickens.
On many things. But like, why use one word when you can use 60?
Yes.
But he was paid by the word. And that's...
Yes.
Yeah. So that was a big reason for him to do that. Money.
Yep.
Which makes sense. I don't blame the guy.
Yeah.
Not
No,
at
you gotta eat. So you gotta make your money somehow.
I like to eat a lot. Even after yesterday's feast, I still like to eat. I'm gonna see if I can put these like little craft gifts underneath this tree. As my upcycle. Because we all like craft gifts. Well, I have some questions for you from your fellow members.
Woohoo. Far away.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Sue Smallkrider says, if you could have only one type of color medium in your craft room, what would it be? Watercolors, markers, colored pencils, or something else? Do you dabble in watercolors? Or are you proficient? Or
no, I'm not proficient. I use watercolors, but I'm not a watercolorist. Let's put it that way.
I didn't know if I'd missed that.
I tend to use watercolors for backgrounds. What am I doing? So any coloring medium, I would probably go with inks.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of guessing. That would be my guess for you, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I've got lots of coloring mediums, and some of them I struggle with. But yeah, I use inks.
Do you give yourself craft goals at the beginning of the year or anything? Like, I'm going to get better and practice at? Fill in the blank.
Not really. I just tend to go with what I'm enjoying at the time.
I like that.
There we go. Isn't he cute?
It is cute.
Can you? I don't know how well you can. There we go. How's that? And can you see his little upcycled buckle? So what have I got? I've got belly band, and I've got cottage, because a cottage can have a red door and like a black step or a black door handle or something. He's wearing a coat, and he is wearing an upcycled belt buckle.
I like it.
So I've got all the parameters already. I'm done. No, I'm going to make it into a card.
It's not hard,
is
it? I mean, it really isn't hard to do this. It's a little bit tricky.
Mr. Wheel was a little bit generous to me. I think he was kind to me today.
Oh.
I mean, when I saw coat, I thought, oh God, no.
Yeah.
But it was fine because Santa came to the rescue.
You had a little moment there.
Well, you know what's funny? Last week when Crafty Owl was on, and I can't remember which parameter it was, but there was one parameter that she made exactly the same place that I made when Coat came on. I chuckled because I thought, that's what I do. I can't. My face says things out loud, even though I don't mean to say them out loud.
Right. Yeah, she's got a very expressive face too. So, I mean, I just wait for it because it's so fun. 5K now, 6K Lamone says she's rebellious about Christmas. She's from the Caribbean, a Caribbean island, and lives in Florida. There's no snow. Santa for me should be a reflection of my surroundings and background. I think that's great. That's what I was wondering, if you felt like it needed to be more sunny and
No. I'm actually I put away this wrapping paper because I thought it's really, really shiny.
It is.
But I think I might actually make a little narrow belly band to go on the background out of this wrapping paper.
Oh, that would be cute. See, that's so craft roulette, because that's something that you probably wouldn't do on your own without the prompt of you know who. And I like that. I like being pushed a little bit and with cards and such that you just wouldn't have put together on your own.
Yes.
I didn't know Santa was so much smaller than he must be ready to go up the chimney, because look at the size of those ink pads compared to him.
Yeah.
I don't think that. Didn't realize he was such a tiny little elf, but I guess he would be a tiny little elf. There's the other. And Roberta Sadler says that she enjoys your casing series.
Oh, thank you, Roberta.
What's your favorite part of doing the series? Is it the administration part of it? Said no crafter ever.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, the administration is just. I literally have a spreadsheet. It's and that's the bit that just it's draining, the admin. Just keeping a track of everything and keeping all the photos, like, so that I know where they are and whether I've made a card for this person or whether I've contacted them and given them the graphic, and just all of these little things that I have to keep track of. And of course, everything has to be at a different time, because some people are in October and some people are in December. Mm-hmm. So yeah, keeping track of everything is. There are words that I want to use that I'm not going to use because this is a family-friendly show. But
like, hack and hack.
Yeah.
Heckamadoodles.
Yeah, all that.
All those things.
Australians are light years ahead of Americans when it comes to swearing. So you're a very advanced culture.
There are certain words that you guys blush at that we use as useful adjectives. Seriously. But
well, thank you for being
the thing that I like most about the series is when I post at 6 a.m. my time, which makes it sort of mid-afternoon Eastern time. So I just try and keep it consistent. Oh, I did it again. I'm sorry if I made anybody seasick. Ugh. Somebody's already submitted Hannah Montana. I suspect that's not her real name.
No, it's really Hannah. No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, alternative card maker, that's Kelly. She knows. She's on Aussie. Useful adjectives. Yep. And sometimes we use them as punctuation as well. But what was I going to say? Yeah, the best part is when I actually get to see the card that the other person has made and what card of mine they chose, because it's really weird. Very rarely do people actually choose my favorite cards. They choose a card and I'm like, really? You chose that one? But then they make something from it that is just amazing. And I love it.
Yeah. Well, you got to jump off from somewhere.
Yeah, as the alternative card maker says, it's the tone you have to pay attention to here in Australia. Exactly. There are some words that are not very nice words, but used in context, they're perfectly fine in Australia. I wouldn't use them in America.
There you go. Well, we have especially in the South, we have bless your heart.
I know. I
Yeah.
learnt very early about bless your heart, because bless your heart can mean, oh, I really feel
Bless
for
your
you, poor thing, bless your heart. Or it
yes.
could mean you are a
Bless.
moron.
It can mean several things. Yeah. Bless your heart. Yep. And I was listening to a comedian the other day, and she was saying when she moved, she was from LA, and when she moved to the South, she was like, there's different kinds of bless your hearts.
Yep.
It's like, I didn't understand that. Like, is there a bad blessing?
Yeah. I think
Bless your
I
heart.
think I need some scallops. There were scallops on the parameters. I remember seeing it. So even though it wasn't chosen, I'm going to use
Do it.
scallops.
Do it. Fiona McEnery, that's right, says, what helps you overcome a creative block? How do you get your creativity going?
When I have hit a creative block, well, you wouldn't be surprised by this. I case people.
Mm-hmm.
I go, okay, I can't think of anything. Well, there's two things I do. One thing is I case people. I go, right, I have no idea what to do. I am all out of creativity and I suck and I'll never make a card again. Let's go and have a look at some cards from Laura Fedora or from Therese Calvert or from Lydia Fiedler, or just to get my mojo going. And there'll be something in one of their cards that just, like, I can do that. I'm going to use that color scheme, or I'm going to use that technique she used, or I'm going to use whatever. And it just, sets me up. If I'm really, really stuck, I cut up card bases. If I've got no mojo whatsoever, I just go, right, I need more white card bases. Let's go.
Well, that's handy. You know how I get my white card bases? I use I pull out the cardstock that I use for card bases, and I use it for the background because I don't stage anything when I take pictures. And I use it for the background for my card that I'm taking a photo of, and then I just cut it in half and move it over to the card base. That's all.
Yeah.
So I always have a few around. My handy way to get it done. Look at you. I think I'm going to trim him down a little bit because I don't have to do the thing again. But that's okay. Well,
just because
getting quite a bit of good out of this.
Just because we were talking about snow, I'm going to add some snow, and you've got snow on yours, so I'm going to join the party.
Yeah.
Another submission, Laura. Oh, and a tag.
There's been a couple. So I think there's about 6 or 7 in.
They're faster than me.
Good thing we're not in a race, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. At least I'm not, are you? Maybe.
Well, I do have a hairdressing appointment this afternoon that I've got to get to.
True. But there you go. Well, hopefully we'll be done way before that. Yeah.
We'll be done. Oh, what colour am I going to do this? I want...
That's like a serious appointment.
Speckled egg.
What a hilarious way to upcycle, Miss Mary. I like it. I think it's quite fun. Let's see, can we put something on top of this? A little angel coming to the rescue.
So are you an angel at the top of the Christmas tree person, or a star at the top of the Christmas tree person?
Well, in the last few years, I've been, if I get a tree up, it's just the lights that are on the tree kind of person. And that's when we call it a day. We go, yay, it's up.
Fair enough.
So I like the lights, though. I like the lights a lot, and you don't have to put them away when you're not in the mood, and it's pretty without much effort. I think that's okay. So I'm not I'm not necessarily. I did make an angel for my mother-in-law one time, or I crocheted it. Well, I must have been trying to impress her.
Ooh.
But cheapers.
I made some bead angels years ago, and they're made with like jeweler's wire, and the skirt is made with safety pins, and you just put beads on the safety pins and then like string them together at the top and string them together at the bottom and make the skirt of the angel.
That sounds tricky. I have no idea how that would be. But I bet it was kind of pretty.
Yeah, I made a few of them. I made them as gifts to people. I don't know if I'm going to have any space for a sentiment on this.
Well, I don't really know where I need something up here. But I'm not sure what.
Am I going to grab my... I have a packet of action wobblers, but they're in the drawer that the camera is attached to.
They're in.
If you need to get them, I can switch scenes really fast.
Hold on. No, wait. I've got the bag out. I'll just have to snip the edge off the bag.
I've never thought of it.
Oops, and I did it anyway. Oh, sorry, everybody.
It wasn't bad.
There we go. We have one action wobbler.
Yay! Those have been very popular lately.
Well, I mean, don't you think he needs one? I think he needs one.
I think everybody needs an action wobbler. Especially after Thanksgiving. We all wobble a little extra. Well, gobble till you wobble, as they say. Well, my little angel's going to wear red, and that would just horrify my great-grandfather. But, c'est la vie. Or art, Grandpa. And I have not done Christmas wrapping in so long. I made sewed Santa sacks, and I have used those for the last, I don't know, 10 years maybe. And they're basically pillowcases with a tie, and I just use those for the presents. Then I don't have to worry about buying Christmas paper or storing it or anything, and it's just so easy to stuff everything in a bag.
Yep. Oh, you're sitting out a fair way.
And it's very... I think
I need to find a teeny tiny sentiment to go here.
He's cute. He will be. He really is good on he's perfect for an action wobbler.
Yeah.
That was a good call.
Okay, where's a teeny tiny sentiment?
Mary. Mary.
Well, there's lots of them on there, but it's on one big stamp. I might have to pull out. Maybe one of them might fit.
I like that wrapping paper on there.
That's good, isn't it?
It's real good.
Although I'm not entirely sure about the snowflakes in the background now. I think I'm glad I didn't actually stick it down, because I think I'm going to change the background, because the blue doesn't seem to go. I'll use this on another card. I'll make one later.
There's more than one way to make a card.
Yep.
How many cards do you suppose you've made?
For Christmas? Or like
yeah,
all
we
up?
can start with that. Yeah.
For Christmas I have made about 150-ish.
This year?
Because I'll show you. I made this many for my mum.
Oh.
But they're all very, very similar. They're just, and really simple. They're just pattern paper with a die-cut sentiment on them.
Yeah, but that all takes time and effort. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. But then all of the others, most of them are different. Sometimes I made multiples when I did the Case Me a Christmas Card ones, but usually it's not multiples. What am I going to put? I need something in the background, but I don't know what. Oh, this one. Yeah.
Isn't it good when you find that little moment? Yeah. That's good. Happy thing. Little A2.
I like this
See what else
stamp.
we
This
can
is
do.
a relatively recent stamp. And I think I've only used it once.
Well, you didn't have to dig into your stash like you were wondering.
Well, you know what? I've got all of my entire box of Christmas stamps and dies and stencils is on the floor. Specifically,
You mean the big shelf? The big shelf.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I thought, well, what if a parameter comes up that says something from the floor?
That's right.
If I put my whole box on the floor, I'm set.
You have it made in the shade. That's funny.
See, look at that. Isn't that cute?
Yes. Carry the glitter. It looks like something from the little What is Craft Roulette? Carry the glitter.
Divide by the imagination.
Andrea Batz-Lutson says she's a graphic design instructor and would love to design on a design team. That mysterious thing, that design team mystery. How did you get started designing for Hero Arts? Well, you told us a little bit about that. And also, what advice would you have for someone like her that wants to get started?
So for somebody who wants to get on a design team, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the way it's funny because some companies do design team calls and some companies just invite people. Most companies actually invite people, but as I said, I was on a blog named Hero for many, many years. And yeah, then I just got an email from Libby, who used to work from Hero Arts, saying, we're starting a global team and we want you to be on it, please. And I was pinching myself.
I bet.
Am I awake right now? I was just squealing with excitement. Yeah, and then after that, they were the lady who was running a blog named Hero, she needed to pull back and she asked me to take over. And I was like, oh, I don't know. How is this going to work? And then I thought I'll have a chat with Libby about it because, of course, Hero Arts always provided prizes for a blog named Hero. Well, not the whole time that we're running, but Merry Everything, that'll be it. Merry Everything.
That's always
yeah, and when I chatted with Libby, and she said, well, we've been running this Day Crafty challenge and you're running a blog named Hero, how about we merge them?
I did a trick.
And I was like, that is perfect. That's just perfect.
Kind of.
So yeah, but
just by being present and being helpful and being involved.
Yeah. But also, if you want a company, if you really, really want to have a company notice you, make sure you tag that company in like Instagram posts where you've used their products,
They're
because
not going to find you anyway.
they're not going to find you
otherwise,
unless you tell them what you are doing.
Yeah, you have to kind of draw attention to yourself, I think.
Exactly.
Like, I know, I don't know, but I kind of think that from what I've heard.
Yeah. All right. Oh, see, this is going against the grain, putting wet glue on the back of vellum. Ooh. But little Santa's going to be hiding it, so it doesn't matter.
Yay, Santa comes to the rescue again.
Sorry.
I know Daniel, when Daniel West was on one time, he said that he got noticed. I don't remember who, but he was noticed because he took a stamp and did something unusual with it. And he had tagged them and sticking to stuff. So they noticed him.
Yeah.
He did an alien or something. I don't remember what it was. Out of something that shouldn't have been an alien, some such thing. So, not that you have to be wacky and crazy, but
no.
Always do your very best.
Yeah. And also, if a company has a challenge, and a lot of companies do have challenges on their blogs, enter it all the time.
Because it may take a while. They're seeing a lot of things.
Sire thinks it's zombie mermaids.
Was it zombie mermaids?
Zombie mermaids. Oh my God. That's hilarious. I remember a card from oh, look at that. It's all
It's all
I should have the wet glue on the vellum is making it curl up. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, let's call it a design choice. And call it a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
That's
make
all
that
right.
lemonade.
Yeah.
Got it. By golly.
Well, the sentiment's going to hold it down over here.
See? It's getting better all the time. You're losing your new technique, but at the same time, you're gaining a little bit of happiness.
But I'm going to hold this belly band in place, I think.
We'll stand still, belly band.
Because I don't want him to move. But getting him over the glue is going to be the trick. There we go. And then I can go.
Crisis averted.
He's stuck.
It's looking okay. We did okay. I don't think I'm going to have to take this one apart tonight. But I may. Just Kenzie would like to know, do Aussie card makers do that? What do you guys do that's unique or at least more unusual than North American and Europeans? Do you think there's anything that differentiates you as like
in my card making style?
You use venom, like crazy venom from your animals or anything for distressing?
No, I've never seen anybody like put a redback spider or a blue ringed octopus on a card.
There you go.
I don't think so. No.
Black mamba splatters.
No.
It actually disintegrates the paper.
I mean, I know
we're just pretty universal.
Paper Rose does have quite a few stamps that are like Australiana theme, like koalas and kangaroos and outback and stuff. But a lot of those are not really specifically Australian. They're just like outback, like cowboys and boots and fences on a farm sort of thing. But yeah, koalas and kangaroos and things.
Yeah. I don't get those down at my corner 5 and dime after all. Something a little unique to you.
I think he needs a little bit of something, but I'm not entirely sure what. And when in doubt, add wink of Stella.
Yep. That is the good plan. I just added that to my snowflakes.
I think I need to add some twine to the top of his hat because he's obviously got a little hole at the top to make him into a tag.
Well, that's true. Or a little pom-pom.
I don't have any little pom-poms. I know, I'm a bad crafter. I know. It's terrible. I have googly eyes somewhere, but I'm not going to put googly eyes on him.
And we had you on Craft Roulette.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm an imposter. I'm a fraud.
What do you think a craft room has to have to be a card maker?
Cards. I mean, there are so many different styles. Oh, I did it again. Oh, I'm sorry, making everybody seasick.
I'm okay. Is everybody okay? Anybody falling over, throwing up, or anything? I think we're okay. We're good. Yarn? Dear. Connie Teeter says, do you have any yarn?
I don't have yarn. I've got a drawer full of ribbon that I don't use anymore because I used to have ribbon on almost every card. But now, I don't know. I can't chuck it out because it's good ribbon. It's nice ribbon.
Absolutely. It's there for the duration. These would have been cute on there too.
What have I got in my little... I've got sequins. I've got just a few sequins, just one or two, I mean. And there's the googly eyes, so now I do know where they are.
Oh, that's good.
But I don't know. This Santa doesn't, I don't think I need googly eyes on him.
Embroidery floss, Patty R says. But yeah, if you just covered it with a pretty sequence, it would be
no, I'm gonna
or a gem.
I've got Christmassy twine.
That's cute too, and that would give it some height as well.
Teeny tiny little loop. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think he needs. Just something going up. Yeah, you're right, Patty. If I put something with glue, I might make a mess because there's a hole.
It is kind of
the glue will run through.
Kind of in a dangerous time at this point.
Yeah. And seeing as I've already stuck him down.
Kind of wanted to put those little bells on there going across. I know. It's too late, Mary. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Isn't that like the pits when you have it all ready, all done, and you go, but I could just... It's like a scariest thing, the scariest moment for a crafter. But I could just don't. Could be very, very serious, very fast. A white mini button. That's a cute idea, Jill. Do you have any? Remember buttons? Remember good old buttons?
I have buttons. All right, I'm going to put this on and just see what it looks like. But then I'm going to pull out a button and see what I think. I have, a container full of buttons.
Molly B says a upcycle ribbon. You could use some upcycle ribbon for a border.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like that.
I do too.
But
it just gives them a little, little something.
See, I've got to move everything out of the way, all the little things that sit in front of the buttons. And on top of the buttons, and
gets to be kind of a hard task.
I'm trying very hard not to knock everything off. See, look, buttons.
Oh yeah, I like buttons.
Yeah, every button except for white in the size that I need.
And it's not something you can change. You can make a white button into a black button, but you can't make a black button into a white button.
Oh, white button. Where are you? think the button has won.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like it
Who
with
was it who suggested the button? Well done.
I like it with I think it was Jill. With the twine, too. Both of them.
Maybe we should have a vote.
Oh.
Chatterbox. What do we prefer?
Tomato.
The button or the twine?
Tomato suggested the end of a Q-tip or a cotton swab. That would have... that could be a little pom-pom in its own right.
Like a little cotton bud kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got button, both. I don't know about both.
I like both.
Both are cute together. You reckon just plonk the button on top like that?
I like it.
But it's not sitting right because the button's like sticking up where the twine is.
Well, you're going to have to take the twine off probably anyway to get the button on.
Yeah.
And you could, you probably can't stick it underneath
behind
it
or something.
Because he wobbles now.
Okay, I'm going to stick the button on.
It might just be enough.
And then I'm going to be done.
But what if...
Yeah.
No!
Don't do it to me. Don't do it.
Oh, I will not lead you down that path. I want you to succeed. That looks good. I like the button.
I
it's
like
kind of
the
retro.
button.
And he's kind of retro.
No, I think I like it without the twine. I think I just like the button. I'm going to leave it with just the button.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it lets everybody kind of be the star.
So do I pass because I had buttons even though I didn't have little mini pom-poms?
Well, Heidi Ryan, the deputy herself, says very good choice. So that's a good indicator. That's cute. For being infirmed and everything, I think you did great. I think it'd be great even if you were on your A game. I think it's darling. And I think we did it, Michelle. I think we slayed the wheel once again. Let's make sure we got all these parameters met. Card with a belly band. My card has a belly band around Santa that I drew on. My cottage colors are like green for bushes, red door, blue sky, brown dirt, all those kind of pretty little card colors that you could find in a beautiful cottage setting. Now remember, you don't have to use a cottage stamp or an image. You can just use the color palette cottage. My coat is Santa. Plus, I coated this piece of paper behind Oh What Fun It Is with a red marker and cut it out for a mat. Then I upcycled a Simon Says holiday gift guide and put all sorts of little craft gifts under the tree. I think I did it. Yeah. And this card, baby, would never have been made without Mr. Wheel's help.
Mm-hmm. It's so cute. I love that you got all the stuff under the tree. That's awesome.
It worked out. Let's make sure you hit all those parameters, shall we?
All right. Well, I've got 2 belly bands. I've got a card belly band and I've got Santa's wearing his belly band.
Double dipping.
I have cottage colours, so again, I've got green for like bushes around the cottage, and I've got brown for the cottage walls. I've got a cottage. I have a gingerbread cottage on my card. That wasn't even planned. I only just noticed that.
You just that brain just does all sorts of things. That well-kissed mind of yours. Well done.
That didn't even enter my head, but I think I've nailed that parameter.
Oh, absolutely. In more than one way.
And I've got a coat on Santa, and I've got 2 upcycled things. I've got my glittery cardstock that was from my UFO pile, and I have Christmas wrapping paper upcycled into a card.
How about that? And it's adorable.
And he's on an action wobbler.
and who doesn't like a dancing Santa? Uh-huh.
I know.
Yeah, southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere, we all like a dancing Santa.
Oh, absolutely.
If you are joining us late and you're wondering what these parameters are, we did discuss them midway, and you might find that helpful before you send in your cards, which we hope you will. And we're going to tell you how here in just a few minutes while you rest a second and rest your voice. And we'll come back to say goodnight to you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
well-kissed brain of Michelle. Woo! Even subliminal things going on. That's pretty heavy duty. I like it. You guys can play too because this is a challenge and it's not so much more fun when you join us. All you have to do is use those 4 parameters. Make sure that you have those in by Sunday night at midnight Central Time. If you're not a patron or a member, gosh, that's a throwback. But if you are a member, you have till Thursday night at midnight. It's always worth that extra time. For $5, it's a pretty good piece of luxury there in your craft life. And send them to craftroulette.live. There's a submission form. Just fill it out. If you can submit a card, or if you can show a card on Facebook, you can show a card on Craft Roulette. Make sure you do your very, very best and take a good picture too. That makes your card look beautiful in the gallery. We have wonderful guests every week. We have Christine Bertram, the Purple Princess from Fond du Lac, not Missouri. I did that last year. Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, coming next week. I've talked to her. She's a busy, busy woman. I'm glad that she will be joining us. And then Caitlin Anthony. After that, and Mary Claus and Mary Gary will be joining us. I'm not going to tell you anymore. It's going to be worth tuning in to see, though. I don't know. I'm a little bit scared to let go of these things and let that happen, but I'm going to do it. And then Betty Penny will be taking us out of 2024 as she always does, as the last show of the year. Plus, we have a new tradition with May Helms starting us out in 2025 as our first guest. So, as you can see, we have wonderful guests every week, and you are always invited to join us. Fun that way. I like it. There are those beautiful, roll the beautiful bean membership footage. These are our members that we currently have. If you want to be on that board and so we can see you and say thank you, all you have to do is join us on our membership team. It is not hard and we do a lot of extra stuff for you. Remember, gold and up. We do have our crop tomorrow, and that will be that's also our committee for our parameter committee, and we will be talking about parameters as well as just doing some art and having some fun and talking about scrapbooking and card making as both, because we just like talking about paper and stuff. We have a lovely time together. I'm looking forward to seeing you again on Saturday. That starts at noon Central Time, and we go till about 2 until I run out of steam. That's sometimes later too, you never know. Please join us if you wouldn't mind. We would love to have your support. Keep us on the air. Thank you. Speaking of stuff that's fun, I am going to be giving away some stuff. We have some wonderful spin sponsors this week, month, year, day, whatever, time, it's a mystery to me. And if you sent in a card last week, you are eligible for some wonderful gifts. And not all of them go international, but most of them do. And we always start with a CROG, a Craft Roulette original giveaway, a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. Roll away. Oh, you don't need to see my notes. Oh, that's not live. I have the screen. I didn't realize that. That's not there. I can see Michelle, but that's not there. There's so much technology. Who's going to get a handmade card with an itty bitty gift? Sandy S is. Yay for Sandy S. Congratulations. Right after this spins, there will be a forum that opens on craftroulette.live, and you just have to claim your prize. Sometimes I don't get to it till Monday, but you'll hear from us soon. For a goodie bag, this does need to stay in the United States, but if you're international, I will send you something. Anna R. If you're the Anna R, I think you are United States. And I'd be happy to send you some goodies. For a sweet November $30 gift certificate, thank you again, Amy, for joining us this month as a wonderful spin sponsor. I always appreciate these people that work with us. It's wonderful. They just go, yeah, you guys can, we'll just give you $100 worth of stuff or whatever. It's an amazing thing. These people are very, very generous. Aisha, was that your first? Was that this week? Was your first card from Nigeria? Congratulations. That's exciting. Wow. I don't know what their policy is on international, but we'll figure out what we need to do. For a colorful life design, I know that Christina Brome won this a couple weeks ago, and she was able to get some. She said it was hard to figure out what stencils to get, but because they were flat and everything, she did go and get them sent to Sweden. Congratulations to Tracy Kiski. Yahoo, Tracy Kiski. I know when you see your name, when it's starting to slow down, you get excited and worried. But it's fun, and I like how you guys always cheer on the winners. A Scrappy Tales $25 gift certificate. They've got remarkable, beautiful dies and fun things. Thank you so much, Sabrina, for working with us again this month. Susan a Cherry. I know Susan. That's exciting. Congratulations. I'm glad to get you guys all hooked up with some free stuff, a little shopping spree. That's very fun. I like this part of the show. And remember, if you send in a card this week, you will be playing for Craft Roulette gift certificates next week. So we'll see how that goes. We have lots going on, but that'll be fun. Is she ready? She looks ready. Shall we bring her back to say goodnight? Well, I think you did really, really well.
Well, while you were talking then, I couldn't resist. I had to add something else to my...
And then...
Oops, where is he? I added... Oh, which direction am I going? That direction. Yeah, I added a little rosy cheeks and a little pink nose.
Perfect. He needed that.
Because I had to.
I was compulsory. Looking at mine. Well, that wasn't too dangerous. It could have gotten really worse really fast. Well, do you have anything coming up soon that we need to know about? Any kind of big events or finishing off your Case Me a Christmas card, of course?
Yeah, exactly. I've got still lots of guests coming up in December. I can't remember how many in December. I think about 15 still to go. Something like that. Something ridiculous, but some really cool crafters coming up.
You had some big names.
And I'm finishing off on the 24th of December with a bang with, a crafter that everybody loves.
Oh, that's so cool. That's nice. See, you've had a lot of fun with it. That's the good news. And they are beautiful cards, especially your poinsettias that you make. You do all sorts of good stuff with them.
I was saying, I posted a card with a poinsettia the other day, and I got a message from Alex Siberia because she shared one of my posts on Instagram. And I had to tell her that Alex Siberia festive poinsettias, they live on my craft desk from August to December. They don't leave my craft desk. They're just here all the time. They don't get put away.
That's good. That's good. No, you do make beautiful cards. Everybody, it's mostly on, you can see everything on Instagram. And you're just under Michelle Lupton. And all the stuff is in the description below, including your other socials.
Yeah. And there's all the links to all the products that I use are on my blog. So if you ever see something and you think, oh, what did she use there? Check out my blog and the link will be there.
It's quite an undertaking. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, and I'm always kept busy with Jennifer Maguire's group, Share Handmade Kindness, on Facebook. If you're not a member, go and join. We love new members. The background stamp that I used tonight, Alison Cope, is... actually, everything that I used on this card tonight, other than the button, which I realise is also upcycled, and the wrapping paper, which is just Christmas wrapping paper from Costco, was from Hero Arts. Yeah, so the Santa's from Hero Arts, the background stamp's from Hero Arts, and the sentiment was from Hero Arts.
That's fun. Very nice.
I don't know if that background stamp is available anymore. I'm sorry. It was the October cling of the month, and I think it might be sold out.
Oh, dear. Well,
I'm sorry.
maybe they'll bring it back. You never know.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, send in those cards. We want to see what you do with those 4 parameters. And while we wait for that, plan a big one on that well-kissed noggin. It can always use a new kiss. Always a new kiss. Obviously, your brain is working well. Lucy, who knew you were going to do that? Thank you all. Chatterbox, I look forward to reading your comments. Well done, Mr. Producer. And Michelle, keep getting better. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
It's always a fun night. Good night, everybody. Or good day.
Good night.